Hey y'all, it's Taryn. It is Sunday, August 13th. Welcome. It has only been 2 weeks since my last crafty confession. I can't believe it. Anyway, I hope y'all have had a good 2 weeks. It's been pretty good here. I won't complain. I'm sure I could complain, but it won't change anything, so. Anyway, the girls and I did our bakery crawl last weekend, and it was a blast. We went to 8 different bakeries. We had 12 on our list. 3 of them were not open when we got there. We were either too late or too early. And one of them, the line was ridiculous. And in the whole shopping center where it was, there wasn't a single empty parking spot. So we decided that they probably didn't have anything that was really going to be worth that. But we did have a wonderful time, ate lots of good stuff. If you're in the Austin area, our favorite was called Gordo's, and it's Gordough's'. It takes a while when you go there. It took about 15 minutes because you order your donuts and they make them fresh when you order. Mine from Gordo's was a donut with chocolate sauce, marshmallow cream, brownie chunks, and chocolate chips on top of it. It's fantastic. I can't say anything else about it than that. It was fantastic. We took an ice chest in the back of the car so that we could sample what we bought, but didn't feel like we had to eat all of it, and it didn't go to waste. And Dax was thrilled when we got home with all of the stuff for him to try too. I think we're going to do it again, and I called it our first annual donut crawl. I think next year we'll try San Antonio, circle around San Antonio and see what we like. But it was fantastic. I highly recommend it. Do it. Get together, make a list, map them out. It was fun, fun, fun. And then last Sunday was my birthday. Turned 57. Ugh, still having a hard time dealing with that. It is what it is. It's better than the alternative, so I'll take it. That's really the fun stuff that's been going on. Really didn't do anything for my birthday. Dax offered to take me anywhere I wanted to go. Whatever I wanted to go do, but it's, every day over 100 degrees around here. Most days it's been around 110. I don't want to go do anything. I was like, the stuff I like to go do would be outside, and no, I just don't want to. So we just kind of took it easy. And after the bakery crawl on Saturday, that was fine with me. that was, I didn't need any birthday cake. I didn't need any of that. But I have stitched, so I guess we should get to that. So I worked on my Be Thankful from Imaginating Ink. Here's a little up close. Here we are overall. And this time I basically put in the letters here and started on the vine down here. The bee was in. I think in part of the E, I finished that and worked mostly on that vine. I think I may have done a little bit more back stitching. I'm trying to do a little back stitching each time, but I actually don't remember. Friendship quilts. I'm still struggling because of, like I told you last time, and this one's on my list of 20. I'm sure y'all are sick of hearing me say that, but not everybody remembers. I wouldn't expect you to. I am somewhere down here. I am off. And so I'm having to adjust some things because I can't find it. And I'm not going back and ripping all that out. So adjustments will be made. But overall, it's really looking good. And again, if you're looking close enough to find the mistakes, then you gotta go. You gotta go home. You can't stay because that ain't right. I worked on this one. I have not worked on this one in ages. I don't know what the name of it is. I call it Fall Leaf. This is who it's by. I'm pretty sure I got it on Etsy, but I wouldn't swear to it. I guess it's possible it came off of My Bobbin. Is that the name of that place? My Bobbin? I think so. I have started this one like 3 different times. Here's where I'm at. Before I picked it up this time, I had like one color in up here. So I did fill in a little bit. I'm not going to complain. I'm going to love this when it's done. One day. It's somewhere way down the list. It is definitely not on my list of 20. This next one, I stayed home 2 days this week. I've been sick. And not the kind of sick that was like where you just don't feel good and you can sit around and cross stitch all day. I was sick. Like, really a head cold, but when I get a head cold, I get, my brain doesn't function. The pressure, all of it, I can't think. But I have not missed a day stitching this year. I think since we were in Vegas last year, I have not missed a day. I think. So I didn't want to miss. So I came out here and I put in like 5 stitches on this piece on Wednesday. Yeah, I think I stayed home Wednesday and Thursday. And then Thursday afternoon, it's like the switch flipped and I was like, okay, I stitched quite a bit on Thursday afternoon. And Friday we went to work, and Friday I was all like, okay, I'm going to get home and I'm going to be able to finish that, and I'm going to be able to, I'm going to this, and it's going to be awesome. I know just what I want to do. I have all of this waiting for me. We got home Friday, 5:30-ish, which is early for us to get home from work. And Dax was cutting his hair, and I have to, do all make sure that he's gotten everything and it's even and all of that. I did all of that. I walked out of the bedroom. I pet the cat, walked over to the counter in the kitchen, and I was like, ouch. Why does that feel that way? And my wrist was tingling, and the best we can figure is that the cat had been chasing a baby scorpion that was on him, and the cat didn't know it, and obviously I didn't know it, and that I got stung. And like on the vein in my wrist is where I got stung. The vein immediately like popped up, and the palm of my hand started turning purple, and it was that itchy, tingly feeling. And last time I had an allergic reaction that I got stung. So Dax was like, take the Benadryl now, which me and Benadryl means I didn't get done on Friday night what I wanted to get done because I was out. But I don't know if you can see it. It's still all, that's where it got me, was somewhere right in there. But it's still all purple and bruised. It's getting uglier as, as the days go on. But whatever, it doesn't seem to be showing. We're still keeping an eye to make sure that I haven't taken the Benadryl since Friday. But if it starts to look like I'm reacting. So I didn't get to work on this again until yesterday because stupid things happen in my world. Anyway, it's Lizzie Kate. Good things come to those who stitch. And I finished it. But what I was so excited to get home and do, I stitched this on a table runner that I bought in the dollar spot at Target years ago, because I think I started this in 2019, and I worked on it once when I started it, and I didn't work on it again until just this year. I mean, I think this was the third time that I've actually worked on it. Anyway, the table runner was some kind of linen and a pretty even weave, so that's why I bought it. But I turned it into a project bag. I just folded it over. I stitched just a simple fabric on the inside. Nothing fancy, but I love it. I'm thrilled to death. Waiting until Saturday was fine. The world didn't stop, but I wanted to do it on Friday night. I would have taken being able to do that over getting stung by something again. I know. But if stupid didn't happen, what would I talk to y'all about? For real. Out of Just Cross Stitch, April 2018. This one, I'm doing this rabbit right here. I think I've got some mistakes. This time I worked on the ears, filling in. I think I've got some mistakes here, so I'm just going to work from this flower out and see where it takes me. I don't know what I've done wrong, but I think I've done something wrong because some of my stuff isn't lining up like it should. I worked on, out of this Christmas Joyful Tidings, I don't know what year it is. I'm looking, because we can't do that before. 2017, it looks like. Joyful Tidings. You can find these sometimes on Hirschner's, these Joyful Tidings Christmas books. These books are like $40 new, and sometimes you can find them for under $10 on Hirschner's website. I'm doing this stocking for Jacob. And I added a little bit more. I added some more of these little guys. And I had ordered a different color of floss that came in, so I thought I would try that. I can't tell the difference. So I ordered some more. I ordered Raven from Dying to Cross Stitch. Take it out. And it looks I mean, it's beautiful, but mostly in person. If it was like the color that it kind of looks right there, that would be awesome. But mostly it's black and gray, which, you know, makes sense. I was gambling. Um, I'm just going to keep ordering fancy floss for this stocking for the second color because I think it needs it until I have a whole collection. I'm just going to keep ordering ones that don't work, and then I'll have a whole collection of fancy floss. But anyway, I ordered those. It's not what I want. So now I'm trying to decide what to do again. I thought I wanted darker. I don't think I'm going to be able to find that. So I think I'm going to try to find something. I don't know, because now in my head is, you know, peacock, maybe a variegated that runs through some of those colors. But I don't want it to get too far off, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to keep ordering floss. That's what I'm going to do. That's what it boils down to. I'm telling y'all, it's tough over here on this side. I was looking to see if I have a I don't even know what that is. I don't see it. I worked on, and I haven't worked on this one in a long time either. It was from Linen and Threads, which is now Fox and Rabbit. Their 2020 mystery sampler. It was a Quaker Samplers Sal. So I'm sorry, you can tell that I do not generally serge my edges. I'm in March. This is March down here. I had more than this done on it before, and I think I was down to about right here, and I was off somewhere, and I thought I had fixed it, and I made it worse. So the last time I had this out, I had pulled all of it out. So this time I got that much back in. I'm not quite back to where I was, but I'm within a few rows, so I'm getting close. Before I was trying to stitch it, you know, like stitch this and then stitch all of that. This time I'm just going across. I'm doing it cross country each row. If it has to carry across on the back, that's what we're doing because I don't want to do it again. But I did enjoy getting it out. That one is another one that hasn't been out in quite a while. I'm sorry, right before I started recording, I had a coughing attack, so my throat's still all drippy and stuff. I worked on this, it's a Janlin, I believe. I call it the rooster pin. It's called Ruffled Feathers. This is on my list of 20. I don't know if any of those others I showed you are. I don't think so. Anyway, I'm pretty happy with what I got done on it. I got this top, all of that black finished. There are some eggs that go in right here and a little chick there. But I got the border around it done and coming across on the hutch. So I was happy with that. I honestly didn't want to quit stitching on it. But I wanted to get that bag made. That's one of the reasons I did quit. And then this was my birthday start, Cool Waters. Absolutely love it. I was so excited to get working on it. Here we are. Now, I'm doing this on the 25 count Lugana. I'm pretty sure it's Lugana. I don't know, 25 count, some kind of even weave. And I'm doing it 1/1. the pattern calls for 2/1. I can't even imagine trying that. That right there is about 200. Actually, it's a little over 200 stitches. Yeah. I calculated it out. If I do 50 stitches a day, it will only take me about 12 years. So there we go. And I have not done 50 stitches a day. I did also make this little bag for it. It's pretty packed right now because all of these need to be bobbinated. I have my little box in there too. And obviously you can see I just went with the red gingham kind of red check, whatever. For the inside, I had something else picked out. I was thinking that it was a 1 yard piece of fabric, and it was actually like a 1/4 yard. It was just not big enough at all, because I did this whole thing in one piece. I cut out both pieces of fabric. I stitched all the way around, leaving an opening right here at the bottom, turned it all inside out, top stitched across here to close it, folded it, and then top stitched all the way around to make my bag. And I'm going to get me a little red tassel and put on the front. I think it needs a tassel. But it has a bag. And until I get that stuff bobbinated, the bag is really full. I probably should have done the boxed bottom for it, but oh well. And then I think I showed you, yeah, that was a new start for last week. This is this week's new start. Glendon Plays Thanksgiving. And you know, my new starts, I usually put in like a length of thread. I way overcut my length of thread this time because I got like all of the A almost done. It was a long length of thread. And I actually bought the called for fancy floss only for the thanks is highly variegated. The other stuff, like on the turkey and stuff, I really didn't feel like the variegation was playing that huge a role in it. But I did buy the fancy floss for it. It's by Dinky Dyes. It's called Indian Summer, and it's a silk, but it's nice and it stripes up pretty good. So that was today's new start. I haven't yet worked on my Mystic Stitch Solitude piece. Usually that's my Sunday thing. I've been doing fun stuff like cleaning the bathroom and doing laundry and stupid stuff. That is all the stitching that I have done. But I do have some other things I want to share with you. One thing I want to ask y'all about this, because I've never had this happen before. Quite a while ago, I bought a Save the Stitches thing. I think I paid like $1 or $2 for it. It wasn't any big deal at the 90-mile garage sale. And I put it in that, I can't think of what it's called now, to help, because it was all stained and yellowed and all of that kind of stuff. As a matter of fact, I just bought a bunch of linens in an online auction. I washed several of the things. Here, I'll put these over here and we'll look at them. I washed them all together, and whatever that stuff is, you can buy it on Amazon, and you, if you follow the instructions, you put the stuff in warm water with that in there. But you leave it like, we have a one of the spaces on our stovetop is a warmer, and I leave it, and you let it soak for like 24 hours with the warmer on, keeping it warm. Here's like, this one is, right, hand embroidered. But as you can see, it's got some issues, but I put some interfacing on the back of each of the ends, because like, so you can see like there's some holes, and I didn't want them to get worse, but I thought that I could figure out how to put those in a project bag of some kind. And then these are just dish towels, but they have the hand embroidery on them. And I feel like all of this stuff is well used, because there are, you know, holes worn in. This one, that is embroidery, but look how little of it remains. But this other piece is obviously some kind of crewel work or whatever, and based on the colors used in it, probably from the 70s. I put it in there with the other stuff. You saw how those turned out. This one, this is obviously cotton floss. I don't know what this other stuff is. Maybe you can hear it. It like melted in the, you can see like that black is where stitching used to be, and melted away. And when I say melted, I mean when I took it out, it was gooey. And now the stuff that remained has dried. It's hard and crunchy. It is the most bizarre thing. I'm assuming it must have been some sort of acrylic thread. I don't know. Have y'all ever had that happen? Anyone? If you have, tell me so that I can quit being like, that is so weird. And then I have to show y'all this. So, years and years and years ago, in 2001, I took the kids' handprints. Dax graduated from University of Michigan, and made this shirt for Dax. All the little M's. This year, for Father's Day, they just got it finished. They did their handprints and made him a new shirt. They put them in the same order. They put the date down there. How funny is that? I thought that was hysterical. And it wasn't even my idea. They thought of it. Something else that I wanted to say, and I have thanked Janet. I got a box of Happy Meal. She told me she had put a box in the mail to me, and she told me it was stuffed. She was not kidding. Look at this. Do you see? That is like all patterns. I mean, I already have, I've told y'all, enough stuff to keep starting something every week for the next 2 years. That's not even counting, honestly. Well, 2 years probably it does include, because Janet had sent me before a bunch of the cross stitch a day calendars, and I have several of those patterns picked out that are being incorporated into my new starts and everything. And now she just sent me what has got to be another 2 or 3 years worth of patterns. She's a bad influence. Janet is an enabler, to say the least. I can't wait. I got them on the Friday before we were doing the bakery crawl. And so I didn't have time to look through it last weekend, and then being sick this week, I haven't really been up to it. But I'm hoping maybe later today to start going through and really looking at what's in the box. And I kind of quickly looked at stuff, and I'm going to be busy for a long time. There is no end. I don't mind being enabled at all. So, I think that's everything. Let's see. I was looking to see if I have anything else. I think that Dax and I have decided what we want to be called by the new grandbaby. I think we have settled on His Highness the King and Her Highness the Queen. What do you think? I mean, I know it's a mouthful for a small child, but, you know, we're worth it, right? Just kidding. Anything else? Oh, did any of y'all watch were they comets? Is that what they call them? Or meteors? Was it a meteor shower last night? I don't know. I don't know if it was comets or meteors. I know that Kirsten and I laid out in the driveway. Dax was out there for a little while. I think we laid out there a little over an hour, and we saw 10 or 12. I mean, it was, a lot of them were quick and fleeting. There were 2 or 3 that were really good with the streaks across the sky where you could really see it. One of them was really good where the streak lingered for 2 or 3 seconds. That was pretty cool. I hope y'all watched it. I hope y'all got to see it. It was kind of neat. Last night, between 12 and 1 a.m., early this morning, was the peak time for our area, supposedly. I mean, supposedly it's supposed to be going on for a couple of weeks or something like that. But it was pretty cool to watch it. And I was only up at that hour because Dax and I went to, there was one of the bars near here was having, it's one we hadn't ever been to, and they were having a classic rock cover band. And Dax was like, you know, if you want to go do that, we can. And I'm like, yes, let's go do it. We don't go do stuff like that. Let's go do something out of the ordinary. That is the only reason I was still awake at that hour, because we'd barely gotten home. All right. I do believe that's it. Fingers crossed. I'll do it again in 2 weeks. I really, really am trying to make that work because they don't take as long. I don't have to keep stuff out. My little box that I put everything in that I'm going to be working on gets pretty full if I go beyond that. So anyway, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for liking, subscribing. I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you who come back time after time. Welcome if you're new, and we'll see you here next time. Thanks, y'all. Bye.